to Everyday Board Games. I'm your host, Daniel.
I'm your host, Daniel.
And we want to talk today, I'm almost doing like the outro. Today, we want to thank you for joining us, first off. Appreciate you. We're doing our numbers 1 through 100.
You just ignored a whole person.
Oh, fine. I'm sorry. We have a special guest here.
I'm Dammit Dom.
Take it away, Daniel. Take it away. You got the intro.
I'm going to buy too many board games, so...
So what we're doing...
You're to me now.
What we're doing is we're finishing the back half of our top 100. We originally filmed the 50 through 1. We had Dammit Dom and Gamehead Geek with us last month. Mm-hmm. We're finishing it up like we promised. This one we're doing 75 through 51. Comes out later sometime in March for our listeners' audio. You'll hear when it comes out. But go ahead, go back and listen to our 50 through 1. Find out what our favorite games is. See how many crossovers we have all the time. But with that being said, let's get into this. We're going through 75, 51, flip the coin.
All right, and as Masmo said, yeah, we're just almost the exact same. So, yeah, I mean, it's almost like we're filming this back-to-back, but thank goodness we're not. My number 75 today is technically a crossover with you, Daniel, from one of our previous episodes. This is Bullet Star. Bullet Heart, works the same way for me.
Yeah.
Bullet is the game from our friends at Level 99. Josh Van Landingham, the designer, a good friend of mine. Awesome game. I love the real-time nature of it. So fun. It's a bullet hell in a board game condensed down. Every character has a different ability. Every way works in a different way. Love this game. It was my number 213 before, but now it's climbing rapidly, and it's probably going to be even higher the more I play it.
So...
This is going to throw you off, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Oh, yeah, cool.
So, my number 75 is Pure Chaos. And this is the game that when I first said Pure Chaos, everybody was thinking, this is it. This is Thunder Road Vendetta.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know which one it was. I think this is a crossover with Gamehead Geek.
I believe so. Yeah, it's a racing game, but it's not a racing game. Yeah,
I'm still mad that no matter what we threw at you, we couldn't hit you with our stupid helicopters.
Yeah. You'd think multiple helicopters and a half dozen vehicles chasing you down would be able to at least hit a target.
That's why I chose the smallest one. It ended up erasing that game. I managed to squeak it out, but most cases the game ends when last man standing.
No.
Because in this game, you know what? It's fun to just do dumb stuff.
Yeah.
You're like, you know what? Why not? Let's see what happens.
Why not?
Let's see if I can jump over you.
And I'll end on top of you, and oops, there you go into that rock wall.
Yep.
Or, oh wow, I just flung myself into the rock wall. So it is a game that's it's pure chaos. It's fun. It's real simple. You're gonna roll your dice. You have 3 vehicles at the beginning. You choose what die goes where. You have an extra die that'll give you a bonus ability on one of your turns, and you do use it. That's how you can bring out your helicopter. Try to get chased down by 3 helicopters.
It was 2 helicopters. Gamehead Geek had already eliminated himself by crashing in the wall.
That's true. He did eliminate himself. So, yeah. And the game ends simply, as we said, when somebody either reaches the finish line because somebody's eliminated themselves, or everybody just gets eliminated and there's one person left with 1 vehicle, which is, the way it usually ends up, because you're going to do whatever you want, and you're going to have fun doing it. And it's pretty much, when anybody describes it as Mad Max the board game, it is Mad Max the board game.
You really like these legally distinct IP games.
Yes, I do.
All right, my number 75 here is a game that I thoroughly enjoy as Big Brother. I do like the smaller version of it, and that's what this one is. It is a small card version of the big game of Abyss that you mentioned in the past. And I mentioned in the past as well, but it was a little higher up. This is Conspiracy, the Abyss universe. It's basically the card drafting part of it without the buying of using pearls and stuff like that. And you're building a reverse pyramid. You're trying to get either a good grouping of one type of lord in your Senate, I guess is what it says, because you're going to get more points that way. But they also get a little bit of special powers. If you meet a certain requirement, you can get keys, which allows you to unlock back areas. So it's really neat. Really simple game. Really quick game. Fantastic. Conspiracy Abyss universe. New to the list.
It's a good game. I enjoy it.
I don't think I've played that one, Conspiracy, yet.
Yeah, it's neat. It's in the photo case over here. I'll have to bust it out one of these days.
Yeah. My number 74 is a cooperative game from Smirk and Dagger, which has just been climbing ever since I play it more and more. This is the Night Cage. I love the art. I love the components. We play it around Halloween time. We dim the lights. We put on the candles. We realize it's too dark. We turn on some lights and then still continue playing. It works really well. Night Cage. My only quarrel with it, as I've always said, you have to play it 4 players because you're playing 4 players no matter what. If you play fewer players, you're just one player's playing multiple characters. Not a big fan of that, but that's a minor detail. I like how the maze completely messes itself up. As you go around, your candlelight can only zoom so far. You can only see what you can see, and the Night Cage never stays the same. Falling through a pit doesn't mean it's a bad thing necessarily. It might be, but it's not necessarily a bad thing because you still end up in the Night Cage somehow.
I think
it's
everybody
really cool.
here... you don't have a copy of it, do you?
No.
I just picked up a copy of it. It was a deal of the day.
No, not even yet.
Yeah,
I looked at it when it... I mean, I'll play it. It's just not one I need for my collection.
Now that I see it, like Subterra is like a similar vein to it, but I feel like it's not nearly as clean. And I need to play Subterra to find that out, but I feel like they're equal styles. So, yeah, I love it a lot. Night Cage, number 74.
So, my number 74 is what some people would call a flash in the pan.
Flashpoint Fire Rescue.
No, not really. It is not a flash in the pan. This is a great game. It's got a 2nd edition. This is The Crew, Quest for Planet 9. I haven't had a chance to...
I found a copy of this at Savers yesterday.
I have both versions. One because of him.
So I haven't had a chance to play the second one yet, but the first one, played tons of the first one.
Yeah.
Like I said, I like classic card games. Trick taking is a big one. We used before I got into board gaming, we'd play spades, we'd play hearts.
Yep.
And that was a huge thing. And then I introduced this to my friends that I used to play spades with. They really liked it because it made it much, in spades, when somebody's going nil, you're like, okay, it's you and your partner, and you're trying to do that. Now you're trying to manipulate who gets which specific trick, which is really cool. Because there's times it's like, well, one of the things is somebody can't take a trick. And, of course, it is almost guaranteed that the person that gets that has the highest trump card out there.
Yep.
And you have to replay that mission.
Yep.
So, but that is...
Shenanigans.
It is shenanigans. Yeah. That is The Crew, Quest for Planet 9, my number 74.
That surprised me that I'm the only one out of us that has played the second one then.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I do like it better, actually. I think
I heard it's better, and I heard it because a lot of it is like you could just play individual scenarios.
Yeah.
You don't
It's
have
almost like modular. It's pretty cool.
So my number 74 is new to the list, and this is a Dammit Danny game. And it's not that he showed me the game. He just kept pushing this game until I bought a copy for myself and played. And then he showed it to me.
Yeah.
But he kept pushing it. I'm like, okay, that sounds pretty cool. Caught it on a deal. It's a fun little co-op game about finding specific characters based on clues of how you're playing your cards. This is Similo. Pick your poison when it comes to this one. Because there's many different versions. My first version was Spookies. My wife picked it up for me. I think it was a Christmas gift, actually. Yep. And so I do enjoy it. It was my most played game of 2024. And it's just because it's so simple. It's a nice little filler game. We played a mess of them, me and the wife, just recently on our Alaskan cruise when we went earlier this year. And it's just because it's so simple. I have...
Last year.
But I have the Harry Potter versions, the Lord of the Rings version. I have Spookies, I have Histories, and I have Legends. I have 6 different copies. Pick your poison. I really like using 2 different decks because one is giving the clues and one is the one you have to pick. So it's like, how can I say Robin Hood matches or not matches the creature from the Black Lagoon? that kind of thing. It's very fun. So Similo, my number 74.
I'm a big fan of like 2-player head-to-head games, ones that do unique things. Not just so much.
You're a fan of 2-player games? Oh, shock.
Yeah, who knew, right? And there's this 2-player game that's been around since the 90s that I really enjoy. This is Kahuna from Tames and Cosmos.
No, I thought it was a different one.
No, it's a Cosmos 2-player line. It's really neat how it works. You have just 12 islands. They are Hawaiian adjacent themed, but it doesn't really matter what they're called, because you have the cards, you play them, that'll tell you which island you build a bridge from. if you put a majority of your bridges on an island, then you gain control over it. But you can also destroy other players' islands by playing 2 of them of the same island card, or destroying their bridges, which might cause them to lose majority. And when somebody gains majority, all of your opponent's bridges are destroyed on that island, meaning that they might lose majorities on other ones, and it cascades in really cool ways. I like it a lot. Kahuna, I wish this got talked about more. It has dropped a little bit for me, but it's always been in my top 100 ever since we've been doing this list.
It's a fun game. I played it with you.
Yeah.
We played it on Board Game Arena.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, I like that cascading part of it.
Yeah.
If I gain control of this island, that'll pop yours, which loses your control on that one, which is now I can build in easier. It's just really neat.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, my number 73 is from John DeClaire.
Which one?
This is the... It's
I think I know which one this one is. It's not the pirate one. It's the one before it.
Yep.
Edge of Darkness?
Yes, it's the original card crafting one
Gotcha.
that he made card crafting for. This is Edge of Darkness.
I know you don't.
Yep. It's almost like you played games with me before. So this one has really cool. It's got a cube tower, really cool mechanism. So you're building cards. The funny thing is, not only are you building them, you want other people to use them. But if they fall off the mat, then they become the monsters. And so if you built that card up really well, it's a really strong monster that is now attacking. The other big aspect of it is the worker placement, which is how you get to be able to build the cards. So in each action spot will give you a different action to do. One might allow you to pick up one of your other people and bring them back to you. One gives you more workers. It keeps going. But as you build those cards, the problem is it's like, well, do I want all of one thing, or do I want to continue to expand? So it makes a lot of interesting choices. I don't know if you've ever played this.
Yeah, he did.
Did he play
played it with us, yeah.
Okay.
He's played all the John DeClaire card crafting games except for the solo one.
Yeah.
Except for the solo.
Except for the solo one, yeah.
So, but Edge of Darkness, a lot of people feel that there's too much to it. I like the fact that there's variable setup, and it gives you a book with the setups, so it makes it real easy. You don't have to just randomly choose. You can go, okay, I want to play this scenario of setups, and you go through, you play it.
I think I like the pirate version best out of the bigger grandiose ones. Mm-hmm. I need to play the other one, Mystic Veil, more because I've only played that one time and I had a bad taste in my mouth with that one.
So yep, that's Edge of Darkness, my number 73. Actually, Dead Reckoning probably would have made this list if I'd played it more. Yep.
All right, my number 73 is another Dammit Danny game here, and it is one that has ascended in our top 8 debates. Can you guess which one it is? There's only 4.
There's only 4, and it's not Gloomhaven. Is it Pandemic Legacy Season?
Nope.
What?
It's Concordia.
Oh, Concordia, yes. I was like, what's the other one? So I know 2 are from each of us.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah, okay.
So Concordia,
yeah.
It's a lovely card game with very fantastic card play. I love everything about this game. It's a boring theme, but it's such a fantastic game.
God, it's so boring.
To the point where you're like, I like Concordia so much, you brought over a really ugly game.
Yes, Concordia, because of how much you like it, justified me bringing one of the ugliest games. You would never have touched that had Concordia not been as awesome as it was. Yeah. Hamburgum.
Which was a fine game, but man, it's ugly as sin.
Yo, man, they would never have touched it had Concordia not been so awesome.
Concordia is not a pretty game either, but it's a fantastic game.
game
the card play, the little push and pull. We talked about it earlier with Puerto Rico, where if one person takes this action, everybody else can do a little bit more. Yep. Things get a little bit more powerful as you're going. Yeah, no, I like everything about it. Concordia, my number 73.
Cool.
New to the list, by the way. It's to you.
Oh, is it to me?
Yep. You're the one.
Who's the one that got confused? You said you were going to be confused.
My number 72. Miles away. My number 72 is also another 2-player game, but this is an abstract strategy game. It's on a series of GIF games. This is one of my favorites on there, of stacking ones and moving them. And stones can be removed from it. This is called Divan. You have 3 Divan pieces. Those are basically the bloodline of your abstract pieces. And you are 1 of 2 teams. You can move a stack as far as the number of pieces that are on the stack. Meaning if it's a stack of 3, I can move it exactly 3 spaces in a line. If it lands on another piece, which it has to do, then you're good to go. And whoever has the topmost piece is the one who controls it. But what makes it cool is that the bloodline pieces, I forget what they're actually called, but the red pieces, since there's only 3, you have to be connected to them at all times. If they become part of a stack, which is totally possible, whoever controls that can start moving it around and isolating other pieces, which just chunks off to like sections of the board. And obviously if it's too big to move, then it can't move anymore. And so you have to plan accordingly for that. It works really well. I like Divan a lot. This was probably my favorite for a while, but then like other ones have superseded it for a little while. My number 72, Divan.
So mine's number 72. I thought these guys had actually played. I completely forgot that I didn't show it to them. But we played it last week.
Oh, yeah. I was just talking to him about it at Hadara.
Oh, Hadara, yeah.
I was telling him if we do our top 100 again, we were just recently talking about it. I think this would climb into my top 100.
Yeah,
so and actually playing it last week, if I'd done this weekend, this would have been a lot higher. Because I forgot really how much I liked it. I mean, I knew I liked it, but I forgot how much I really liked it. So Hadara is a simple game. It's a civilization game.
That's exactly how I described it.
Yeah, it's civilization themed. Sure.
It's a simple drafting game.
Yep.
First player gets to choose what the starting point is of the draft. You're drafting from 5 different piles. You're simply choosing 2 cards.
Okay, the red pieces are called Divan pieces. Okay, shame on me. I forget what they are.
But I agree with everything you're saying about Hadara, yes.
Hadara is awesome.
You're drafting 2 cards. 1 card in the first round. There's two drafts actually. So in the first round, you get choice between 2 cards. You pay for the card, or you have as long as you have the stuff to be able to pay for the card, which are coins, you can play it. Or you can sell that card that you choose for coins, and the other card goes into a pile of that color. After everybody's drafted, you come back for a second round of drafting. After you do a bunch of, you gain more coins, you gain a few other things, you gain a bunch of in-game scoring stuff. And then you come back for a second round. You can choose the top card of any pile out there. And when you do that, you look at it and you go, well, I buried this other card. I don't want to pick that card right now because I'm hoping that the person right in front of me will pick it so I can pick it up. So... Yep, Danny, good job, Danny.
No, Maslow is right. You're not distracting us. That's hilarious. Damn it, they're called Divan pieces.
But Hadara, if you like something like 7 Wonders, Danny will say this is definitely a better version of it.
Oh yeah,
by far.
I agree.
So I wouldn't compare this to 7 Wonders at all. Honestly, it's drafting technically. That's not really.
But there's multiple ways to score the game. It's cool. At the end of the game, you simply whoever has the most points wins.
Yep.
But you better feed your people too, because if you don't, you lose cards. And when you lose cards, you get to choose which card you lose. But if you lose the wrong one, you can lose even more cards. So it makes it really interesting. There's a lot of interesting choices in it. That is Hadara, my number 72.
My number 72, keeping up with the civilization theme. This has been on my list twice. It came in at 60, climbed all the way to 13 last time, dropping back down to 72. And the basic reason for this is it is a long game. It's a fantastic game, but it's a long game. I love everything about it. It's a civilization game that reminds me of the video game Civilization. This is Through the Ages, a new story of Civilization. I love everything about it. I think it climbed so high to 13 because 1, I liked it, plus 2, I played a lot of the app. I haven't played all the app. That app that much, so I haven't played the board game as much either, so that's why it's settling back into where it originally came in. So like I said, it was originally 60, it's now 72, so it's back into this range, and I think it's going to stay right in this range just because of how long this game is.
Yeah.
Out of the long games I got on my list, I'd probably pay TI4 over this one.
Sure.
Because these both can last about 6 hours.
Yeah, they can.
So yeah, my number 72, Through the Ages, A New Story of Civilization.
My number 71 is one of the prettiest games that I own. At least I like this. And they just came out with a new edition with new art, but it's also really pretty. It's Parks from Keymaster Games. It was previously number 13, then 31 prior to that, so it's dropped quite a bit. And that's just because, Trails also works really well, but I haven't even played hardly any of them since. I love the nature theme. The art is beautiful. The components work really well, and it's a brilliant little ratchet mechanism game, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 71, Parks.
So my 71 is new to the list, and after we played it, as Daniel called it, I went out and got the coins for it. This is Kunta Ora, the City of Silver. So literally the only components you have are coins. You pay for everything with the coins. You don't have, when you're building wood, you just look at and they've got a cool little calculator basically. This is what wood costs because there are two buildings out, and the population is at this much. Each wood costs you 4 coins. So how do I build the next building? It's 3 wood. Well, it's 12 coins. I better have that money to be able to do it. You're going to build up the city itself. You'll build the cathedrals in the city. You can mine. You can do all kinds of stuff. It's got some basic setups. Or you can draft your setup, which is pretty cool. So it is, and the other thing it does, it will stop you and tell you, you can't build any more of this building until this other building is built first. So it keeps the game pretty well balanced. And the other thing is you can only build buildings that go with the 3 guilds that you have. So if you're part of the woodworkers, if you're part of the brewmasters, you can build taverns, things like that. If you're part of the innkeepers, you can build inns. If you're part of the mining guild, it gives you bonuses for mining. So
yeah,
it's got a lot of stuff. I know that a lot of people didn't hit for them. This one hit just right for me, and that's Kunta Ora, the City of Silver, and it's also an actual historical game. So
I actually own it now. I picked it up on our most recent book rooms run.
Oh, nice. I didn't think I knew you liked it, but I didn't realize you liked it that much.
No, it was on Bookman's. I got it for a trade-in. So
yeah.
All right, so my number 71 is not new to the list. It actually came in last time at 72, so it moved up a spot.
Oh wow! One whole spot, huh?
Moved up 1 spot, so 72 to 71. I like it a lot. I don't think you guys have played this one, and this is The Loop from Pandasaurus.
Nope, not yet.
I love it. Time travel co-op with a lot of shenanigans. You're basically facing Dr. Foe and all his clones, and so you're basically trying to meet the clones to their spot to get rewards. You're trying to do all this and defeat Dr. Foe before he blows up enough timelines to take control of the timeline in a sense. And what I like about it, it's modular. So I can play the easy one to teach everybody how to play it, and then it can ramp up as we're going. I played the most difficult scenario that out of the base 4 scenarios. And oh my god, was that tough. We got our butts handed to us. It's got a nice little cube tower that basically drops all the bad stuff in there. And so if you ever get 3 cubes in a location, it blows up and you can't go into that location anymore or can't get cards in there. Or save it for that matter. It's really cool. It's a really fun one. I need to get to the table a lot more. I've only played it about 3 or 4 times. And I've had it for 3 years now. I got an expansion for it. I'm looking forward to playing it more. So my number 71, The Loop.
Very cool. My number 70 is a game that climbed up from 90. You and I both really love this game. This is a Dammit Danny game because I know you bought it right after I showed it to you. I don't remember if you've played it. I'm pretty sure you have. This is The Bloody End. Have you played this one?
I have not played this one.
You have not played The Bloody End.
This one.
No, I didn't buy it immediately. I had to wait and find it because it's so hard to find.
It is really hard to find. And
I found it like in a random store in Albuquerque.
Dude, The Bloody End, like, you know what was cool about this is that This
multi-use cards.
There was, yeah.
That's why I want to play it.
It's going to get a reprint this year. Yeah, there was rumors of that, and immediately that hit like the hotness on Board Game Geek.
Yeah.
Just because people were like, wait, what? It's going to be wait, what? This is a thing now? Because people love this game, and I don't blame them because this is an awesome card game. It works really well. Again, we talked about it last podcast, Demented theme. If you're okay with the Demented theme, you're running a hotel, you're renting out the rooms, you can get a coin from them. That's cool. Or you can murder them and take their money.
Steal their pocket change.
Or bribe them into doing your dirty deeds for you. Or turn them into a building somehow. I think building it with their bones. But, yeah. It's kind of like, clay.
You gotta use something for the lampshade.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the bones are structurally really good. I mean, otherwise we wouldn't have them.
You can use them for wind chimes and stuff. So
That's true.
Yeah,
nice little sound. Yeah, love it. Bloody End, my number 70. Fantastic game.
So, my number 70 is a Garfield game, but it's not the one that Danny hates.
Oh, not the one I hate. Ooh, even better.
Is it the one he likes?
It is actually the one he likes.
Hold on. I've liked the majority of Garfield games. I just really dislike the one.
Is it North or West?
It's West.
Okay, then I know which one it is then.
So yes, well, it's one of the ones he likes. It's a little bit. Yeah. It's a little bit heavy because I think you like the other one.
Yeah.
A little more. This is the second one of the West Kingdom trilogy. This is Paladins of the West Kingdom.
Yeah. This is the one I like the most out of the West Kingdom.
So, it's an interesting game because you are basically trying to balance it's a balancing act. You want to move up all. You have 3 flags, 3 different colors. You want to move them all up as high as you can. But you have to do each flag affects a different flag. So whatever you do, you're like, okay, I need this resource to then move this flag up. But to move that flag up, I need to go down here and do this other thing to do this. And it's a very nice. It's got a very nice circular movement where you have. When you start to understand that, you're like, oh, I can do this, this, and this for one worker.
Yep.
Because I spent the first 2 turns or 3 rounds bringing down my costs, and then all of a sudden you're just taking massive amount. You're taking massive turns because it's like I only cost 1 worker here. Everybody else is like, well, this costs me 3 workers to do, and it's going to take me. And I only have 5 workers total.
Yep.
So it's got a very good economy in it. And then, of course, there are the criminals. They're the wilds, which are fun because then it's like, can I get rid of this corruption before bad things happen? Or am I going to take negative points at the end of the game? It is probably... Well, I want to say of the group... this group is probably the heaviest of the games, of the West Kingdom games.
It's up there, yeah.
Overall...
Yeah, it's the heaviest of the 3. I prefer it over Viscounts and Architects, but it actually fell out of my top 100. It's at 124.
Oh. So that is number 70, Paladins of the West Kingdom.
My number 70 is new to the list. And like I said, I'm a sucker for quick little card games, and this is one of them. Another one for Pandasaurus, so back-to-back Pandasaurus games here, and this is Mind Up. Nice little, quick little card game about trying to score points by drafting certain cards, by playing cards, which becomes the new cards that you're trying to play for in the next draft. So it's like, oh my god, if I put this out there, what am I going to do here? Kind of thing. I like everything about it. Again, like I said earlier, parts of this, it's another good traveling game. I take this on the road all the time. Fits in one of those photo cases, throw it in the backpack, and I have a quick little card game to play on the road. Mind Up, my number 70.
Cool. My number 69, I think was
nice.
You showed it to me, and I think you showed it to me. This is a Dice Tower Essential. This is Aquatica.
Yes, I
yes,
did.
You did show it to me. So this is a Dammit Dom. Aquatica is super smart. You have these cards that slide up. Every time you can take an action, which is a card. You can either take your actions back, which is a Concordia style thing that I really like. It's technically a track game where you're trying to move up these cards, trying to get them to the topmost spot, in which case then you can score them for the points. One thing leads to another, leads to another, leads to another, which is always fun in any game. So yeah, I like it a lot. That is Aquatica. And the aquatic theme is always fun. Yeah, it's lovely, lovely game.
So my number 69
Nice.
is. So I like trivia. I like going to trivia stuff. This one actually, I don't. You never showed it to me, but you told me about it.
I already know which one it is. Once you said trivia, I knew what it was.
Yeah.
Trivia that I told you about.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Based on Jeopardy, almost.
Yeah. By the guy from Jeopardy, Ken Jennings and Richard Garfield.
Oh, yes. Okay.
This is Half Truth.
Yep.
So you don't have to know a lot about trivia in this game.
No.
Because you are literally, there's 6 answers.
Fucking love. Yes. That's double jeopardy right there. You know what I mean?
So there's 6 answers on the card.
That would be fitting for number 69.
Oh, this guy.
So on the
Sorry, Dom.
you're good. There's a question on the card. It's like, which movies run over 3 hours? This is the one that's actually on the back of the box.
Yes. Yeah.
And it gives you 6 answers. If
Right.
you know one that's over 3 hours,
Yeah.
you can
You
just
get the
say,
points,
yeah, you can just say, you know what, I'm going to just take that one. But if you think you know 2, you basically you're bidding on this, going like, because you have these tiles that say A, B, C, D, and E, and F, first 6 letters of the alphabet, and you put it there, and everybody's doing this at the same time. Trick is though, you're going to gain bonus if you can get, the more you get right, the more bonus you get. But if you get one wrong, you get nothing. So it's got that nice push your luck aspect of like, I'm pretty sure these 3 movies are. And then when you flip the card over, it tells you, yes, yes, no. And you're like, wait, what? And a lot of times, like on the movies, it's like runtime, 2 hours, 59 minutes. And you're like, oh.
Yeah. We watched Forrest Gump last night with my family, and we're like, that's a 3-hour movie. It's 2 hours, 20 minutes. And we're like, wait a minute, what? We could have sworn that was a 3-hour movie. Yeah.
I could have told you that. I know the runtime of that movie because I watch it all the freaking time.
I love that movie. Anyway,
It's one of my favorite movies, so.
Are you going to get the sequel that's coming out?
I don't think so. I haven't
There's
even
so much for just the basic game.
It is. It is like a $20 game. It was like
I've gone through 1.5 stacks of cards.
Yeah, that's it.
Without repeating.
Yeah.
And there's 5 stacks of cards in there.
There's like 500 different questions. It's crazy.
It's crazy, and you're never going to remember all the answers, even if you play all the way through. It's just not going to happen.
Yep.
So that's my number 69, Half Truth.
All right, so my number nice, which is kind of interesting. What game landed in this one? And this one is a new to the list game. It is a heavy Euro game that just recently came out from Fantasia Games. All about Freud, so it's funny that it's landed in this spot. This is Unconscious Mind.
Wow, you like it that much?
I dig this game. It's a good brain burner. I love the worker placement aspect of it. I love the resource aspect where like you're trying to get the resources higher up for you can help solve or interpret the dreams and stuff like that for it. Allows you to do some research paper. The fantastic art in this one between Andrew Bosley. The whole reason I backed this game is I didn't care about the designers. It had Andrew Bosley and Vincent Dutray art, which is the creme de la creme of artists for me and when it comes to board gaming world. It's a really heavy, but it's a fun puzzler. And like I said, it's just funny that the Freud game landed at 69. Yeah. So Unconscious Mind is my number 69.
Cool. My number 68 is... Earlier, you brought this game up, and you're like, I think this is a crossover. And I said, no, it's not, because I hadn't yet said it yet. Now it is a crossover. Elder Sign Cooperative Cthulhu. I mean, right? I like the dice mechanism so much that I played in another game, Age of War. I like you have to assign at least one set of dice per roll or discard a die and then have diminishing returns as you go. I like that a lot.
I'm trying to think, what is the new game that does the Elder Sign rules where you have to do the dice, and I just can't think of it off the top of my head.
I can't remember off the top of my head either. But yeah, I like it a lot. Each of the lines work really well. The cooperative nature of it works really well. I agree I don't play it that many players, but I still really like it. So that's where it is now, the crossover.
I remember it now.
My number is 68.
You and me hated the new design of it. It's the X-Men game.
The X-Men, yeah.
Oh yeah, well that's a remake of Elder Sign. Yeah,
And it was
it
so
just
bad.
didn't
I'd
work.
rather keep Elder Sign.
It took all the tension away from it.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, you're number 68.
So my number 68, I don't. One of you two has played it. I know that. I showed it to Gamehead Geek. This is a game that has 16 turns in it. It's part of a larger game. It's a single mechanism from a larger game. The larger game is Black Angel.
I played that one. Yeah,
Okay.
I played this one with you guys as well.
So this is called Selenia.
Oh yeah, I have not played this
You've
one.
not played this one.
No, I want to.
You should. I think you would really.
Yeah.
I think you dig this game. So you get a hand of cards. The cards I'll have a cutout in them, which is kind of cool. But there's a board. It's 5 tiles long, and there's an airship in the middle. You play your cards around the airship, or off of one of your cards. You're gaining resources. You're using these resources then to buy tiles, depending on what side of the board you're on.
Okay.
You can buy light side tiles or dark side tiles because there's daylight tiles, night tiles. The more pairs you get of those, the better you score. You can choose to go up one side. You're going to score all right, but as you get pairs, basically it has the cascading scoring. So 4 pairs is going to be like 12 points or something. I don't remember exactly what the point values are. But every single card that you play, so if it has a number on it, you gain one of that resource.
Okay.
Cards are also multi-use. So as the airship moves forward, the back end of the board flips over and comes to the front.
Okay.
If your cards are on that back end, they usually have some kind of bonus you get off of it.
Okay.
So you're going to get more resources that way. You can only hold, though, it's resource management as well as hand management because you can only hold like 8 resources on your airship.
Yeah.
If you play a 0, you move the airship forward. You don't gain anything, but you move it forward.
Okay.
Usually, you keep your 0 cards to go into the cities, which is where you get the, you drop off the goods and gain the point tiles. So, what's interesting though is that some tiles will also give you extra points, or some cards will give you extra points when you put on there. It's like 1. So you put it on there, you get an extra star, which is in-game score, or victory points. Like I said, 16 turns, it pretty much 45 minutes to an hour, pretty quick. It gets real interesting. The more players you have, the more interesting it gets. Because if everybody fills up around there and you have to go, resources are limited on each side of the board. So you might want wood, but that's going to be mostly on the sunny side.
Yeah.
You might want water, that's mostly on the night side. So if you're going into the day side,
Okay.
you're like, okay, I want water, but I can't get to that water. You can pay an extra resource to go move your card further out from the airship
Okay.
if you don't have anything back there.
Interesting.
So yeah,
Okay.
it's a simple game. It's really interesting though. It's got a lot of interesting decisions on how you do things. So this is number 68, Selenia.
All right, my number 68, I think, has been mentioned in one of the past podcasts. It is my highest Sid Saxon game. It's been on the list 3 times, or this is the 3rd time it's on the list. It came in at 55, dropped to 80, moved back up to 68. And this is because I finally got a version for myself. You guys want to take a guess which one it is?
It's probably Can't Stop.
That is the only one it could be.
Well, no, it could be Bizarre.
I have a lot of Sid Saxon games. I have Buried Treasure as well.
Yep.
But yes, it is Can't Stop. Classic Sid Saxon game. One of the first Press Your Luck games that I truly fell in love with. I think the first one I ever played was Cloud9. What is it called? Celestia.
Yeah.
And then you're like, well, if you like Celestia, and then you showed me this one. We played this at, I believe, the IHOP right there off the university. You, me, and my wife, you had that big old chunky stop sign. To the point where even the waitress was like, what are you guys playing? That looks cool. Really had a fun time with this. This is Can't Stop from Sid Saxon. I have the new one that has the neoprene playmat, which is really neat and very simple, so you could just rotate it pretty easily.
Oh, yeah.
So, Can't Stop, number
I don't
68.
think I've actually seen that version. I need to see that sometime. Cool. All right, my number 67 is a game that shares a name with the Stefan Feld game, but this is not the Stefan Feld game. This is a game about laying carpets. This is Marrakesh. It has so much tension. It's a simple game. You choose the direction where you're changing the one single player piece and which direction they're facing. Roll a die. It rolls 1 through 4. Move that number of spaces. If you land on an opponent's carpet, then you have to pay them out money. So you're hoping not to do that. Of course, mitigating your stuff. But then you also lay down a carpet, which is a domino shape. It takes up 2 squares, and you're trying to put that next to the character, but also group yours together in a way that either blocks your opponents or gets you the biggest groups later on, because that's how it pays you out if they land on it. It's an area control-esque game, a roll and move area control game, kind of. And it just works incredibly well. I've always enjoyed this. So much that this was like the first game that they played in an anime about teaching board games. And like that, it was watching an anime character like, ah, I guess is rolling the die. It was hilarious. One of the funniest things I've seen. So yeah, Marrakesh.
Oh, that game. There's times it's frustrating because you own 3 of the 4 spots.
Yeah.
And there's one blank spot, and the person.
And that's always what they roll.
They're guaranteed to hit the blank spot. You're like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I think that's how I won the games, because I kept missing your guys' carpets.
Every time. It's a guarantee. It's so good. It adds so much tension. It has no right having that. So Marrakesh, that is my number 67.
So my number 67 is another game with mini games.
Game with minigames, go on.
Yes. It shares a name with a game that a lot of people didn't like. I found it okay, but a lot of people are very disappointed when they missed out on it and realized that they changed a lot in it. This is Massive Darkness 2 Hellscape.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, it's a cool game. I only played it the one time, so that's why I was like, wait, which one? Because you already talked about the other one.
Yeah. So, yeah, basically your character is a mini game in this one.
Yeah.
You get to choose how you play, what character you want, and then that character can be, if you're the archer, you're playing a partial luck game. Can I get to 7?
When you're saying mini people, you're talking Gamehead Geek is the one that was disappointed.
well, just in general, that's the actual consensus out there, is that a lot of people were very disappointed when they missed out on it because they didn't realize they redeveloped it that much, that it's really not the same as Massive Darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's really cool because each character plays completely differently. You were playing the wizard.
Something like that, yeah. I was playing some shenanigans.
I was the paladin. That one I remember.
Yeah. So, I mean, and not one single one of us was doing the same thing.
Yeah.
We all got to the same point, but we were just doing different things. So, it's really do enjoy it. It's one I want to get to the campaigns to the table just to play because I think they'd be fun, as well as play some of the other characters. Because, like, the bard, you get to choose your music line and things like that. There's some really cool mini games with it. So that's my number 67, Massive Darkness 2 Hellscape.
All right, my number 67 was mentioned in a past podcast. It's a crossover with Gamehead Geek. This is one I really do enjoy a lot. It's based on a theme I really enjoy a lot. This is Fallout Shelter, the board game. Worker placement, very simple choices in this game. And I love the transparency cards in this one. I hate the fact that I get why they did it. I hate the fact that it comes in a tin. It drives me insane to this day still. But I love everything about it. This has been on my list 3 times. It originally came in at 52. Was 66 last time. Dropped down 1 point, so at 67. Fantastic components for such a cheap game too. The little forget what they're called right now. The little characters. Really fantastic little plastic pieces. The transparencies are really good. It could, for a little game, it can last a little longer than it should, but I do like it a lot. So Fallout Shelter, the board game.
Cool. All right. My number 66. I briefly talked about it about 2 spots ago, and that's because it shares a very similar mechanism of place a line of dice, and it's a press your luck kind of dice game. This is Age of War. This is the one that I talked about quickly. This is a Reiner Knizia, very simple game. Fantasy Flight originally did it. It's literally like 13 cards and a set of dice. Like, it's really simple. But every turn, you roll your dice, try and figure out which lines you want to go for. And this is one of those games where I found out after years of playing it, I've been playing it wrong slightly.
What else is new?
What else is new? I feel like that's an ongoing trend recently.
With you, yeah.
Yeah, it's weird, but I mean, both of the ways, incorrectly and correctly, both work because we got the main core mechanism, and that's what matters. Fan made variants on for which game, Asmo? But Age of War, no, I don't. Other than my Broken Rule that I used to play with, but Age of War, I love that game. Beautiful press, like one of the best portable games.
Your game.
Number 66.
Age of War.
Age of War.
That's what Masmo said.
Oh yeah, no, so the only variant that I ever played was that you would pick the card first and then roll the dice. Whereas I found out that you actually roll all 7 dice, then choose what card you want to go for. So, like, if you roll the 10 swords, right, you can go straight for that one. That gets you 10 swords. It's like, all right, I'm going to go for that one. It's a small change, but I kind of liked... But yeah,
Get good.
Yeah, right? I know. Just get good. Like, pick the 10 swords first and then go for it. And just don't suck, right?
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
that's all you got to do. But yeah, that's how I did it. But alas.
Alright, so my number 66 has multi-use cards in it. Is again, I don't remember if you talked about this one yet or not.
He has. I don't know.
Maybe. It's an aquatic theme game.
It's an aquatic theme game. Multi-use cards. Ooh.
So,
Maybe.
I believe this is Emerson Matsuchi. This is Reef.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah. There's a lot of components for it being a multi-use card game. Yeah, but you're right.
It's at its core, it's a multi-use card game.
Yep.
So you're either going to draw a card or you're going to play a card. Once you have 4 cards in your hand, you have to play a card. So when you play those cards, 2 things happen. You score the top half, then you get to play the bottom half, which gives you coral pieces, which you try to use to score cards further down the line.
Yep.
Real simple game. It is fun though. It is a game that you're always like, well, I could do this. I'm going to save this card.
Yep.
And I'm going to keep building towards it. And then, of course, the pieces for that card, you get part of them, then the rest of them never come out. Or somebody else grabs it, you're like, okay, that's the card I need. Waiting for it. Oh, I can use that card. No! That is the card. I have the other card in my hand. You don't understand.
You're like, what? How dare you? How dare you? Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a cool game. It's in the, what is it, the...
Plan B, next move.
Next move line.
Yep.
There we go. Simple game. It's a game you can bring out. Can teach real quick. Everybody seems to have a fun, great time with it. But that is Reef, number 66.
Good choice.
All right, my number 66 has already been mentioned, I believe, in this podcast, but I think it's actually been on everybody's list. Originally came in at 14, dropped to 76, moved up a little bit. And this is Aquatica from Arcane Wonders. It's an interesting card sliding mechanism, which I really love. Is like you're trying to ramp those up to make score your treasures and your points and stuff like that. One of my favorite mechanisms is place a card, do that action, and then you have to play a card to pull all those actions up. Action retrieval, I think that's what it's called. You have a lot of really good, smart choices. I loved everything about it. You guys have already mentioned it, so I'm not going to behoove too much about it, but it has been on my list 3 times we've done this top 100, and I don't see it going anywhere. Number 66, Aquatica.
My number 65 has been mentioned by Dom earlier in this, and I like all the variations, but this is the base game. The original cooperative game that really brought it together, Pandemic. Love it. Fight the pandemic, try to survive. All the expansions are pretty fun. The city or the country variations, continent variations, whatever they are, those are always fun. I hope that they make new ones.
So is this a placeholder for Legacy as well,
nope,
or is it just...
That was totally different.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep, totally different.
Just for the base games.
Yep. Number 65 for me.
All right, number 65.
All right, so my number 65 is a game they call Speed Carcassonne. I haven't played this yet.
You
still haven't played this?
Wait, no. Have I?
Maybe. I don't remember if you've played or not.
I think I have.
Yes. No, I did bring it one time.
Yes,
This is Sorceress City from Druid City Games.
Oh, yeah.
So,
have I?
You get a starting deck of tiles. You have 2 minutes to place those tiles. You draw them up, you place them out. You're connecting different colors. They are different tracks. The more you have, the farther up those tracks you go. You connect
Yep.
gold, you get gold on those tracks. Gold allows you to buy more stuff. But you might want points too, so you've got to figure out how to work that in there, as well as magic, which is a wild resource.
Yep.
And then what's the green resource? I forget what the green resource is. There's 4 resources.
Mm-hmm.
So after every round, and it plays over 5 rounds. After every round, though, you get a bad tile that comes into your deck.
Okay.
So you're gonna buy. You can buy up to 2 tiles. Then you get the bad tile that comes into your deck. It's a monster.
Yeah.
And that monster might destroy something that you're doing because it tells you where that monster has to go when you flip it over.
I'm looking it up right now to see if I have played it, but go ahead, keep going.
So, at the end of the game, so you're like, okay, well, we get 10 tiles. It's 2 minutes. That's plenty of time to put out those tiles one at a time, figuring it out. It ramps up so fast that by the end, you might not put out every tile. And there are times that you go, well, that dragon's in there, and I've only got 3 tiles to go. I think I'm not going to flip over tiles at this point because I don't want that dragon, because that dragon will then sit in the middle of my biggest scoring area and make it worth nothing. So, as I said, it's a cool game. It is basically, it's a real-time game. You're just boom, 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 go as fast as you can. Once the time's up, score it up, move on. Whoever has the most points in the end wins. It's got, if you have the deluxe edition, it's got these really cool coins. They stack on top of each other real nice. So whoever has the most coins in the game wins. That is Sorcerer's City, number 65.
I have not played it.
Nope.
My number 60. My number 65 is not new to the list. It's been here for a while. Came in originally at number 21, jumped up to 79, dropped back down to 65. So it's been hanging around this parts, and it's my favorite of the Rising games. This is Dark Side Rising.
Oh, nice. Okay.
You could get Thanos Rising. I think there's Plankton Rising. It's just your pick of poison Rising, basically.
Yeah.
My personal favorite is Star Wars. This is not in the U.S., and it's probably even harder now because I think it is out of print. But I had it imported in. It was actually given to me as a gift, and I enjoy the mess out of it. It is a fun little co-op game about making sure you set your dices right to try to beat the big bad. In the case, the one that you can find in America, Thanos Rising, you're fighting Thanos. In this one, you're fighting Darth Vader, and you're using stuff from the movies to try to defeat the characters. I love the fact that they didn't use screen captures and made actual art for these games. So yeah, for me, it is still one of my favorite games. It was actually one of the few games that we got through the pandemic with, because we had 2 games. My friends had a copy, we had a copy, and so one person just ran the board and they just rolled their dice and stuff like that. So I like everything about it. Star Wars Dark Side Rising. It's also a very tough game.
This is a Harry Potter variant.
Yep. Played it as well.
My number 64 is the next game I'm going to talk about in the gift series line. This is Czar. This is another 2-player abstract strategy game in the same line. You have 3 different types of pieces. You have your Czar piece, which I do know that those are the least common of yours. Then you have a couple others that have various names. But basically...
No bloodline in this one?
Huh?
No bloodline in this one?
There's bloodline in this one. The main piece, I don't remember what that's called. Oh, it's the Czar piece. No. So the idea is that you go in a straight line and you cover up an opponent's piece. And then at any point that you've covered up all of a single type of piece that an opponent has, like, so you eliminate either level 1, 2, or 3, 3 being the Czars, then you win. But the Czars are the most powerful ones, and they're harder to cover up, but there's also fewer of them. So it's really cool how that give and take, the push and pull of that. I like it a lot. Again, it's slightly higher than Devon. So there you go. Czar, number 64.
So my number 64 has been mentioned tangentially to another game already by this guy over here. It is my favorite cooperative game from Game Right.
Ooh.
So this one is Forbidden Desert.
Yep.
So I think you used yours as both.
Yeah, Forbidden Island, Forbidden Desert, yeah. Mostly the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I like Forbidden Desert. I like the way the wind moves.
I agree, Desert's better.
I like the fact that you have to go find the parts for your ship.
Yeah, which is a fun puzzle.
It's like, okay, well, we've got one.
And not run out of water.
And not run out of water. Yep. And at least the water doesn't rise, but the sun beats down.
Yes, that's right.
So it is one of the games. I like the player powers. My brother played as the weatherman or whatever one time, and he just literally sat in a cave and manipulated the deck.
That's fun.
So he's like, we know what's coming, and that's going to the bottom. I will spend my actions to move this one to the bottom. So yeah, it made it it's really interesting because every character plays differently. Some characters have less water, some characters have more water. But it is just fun the way the board moves because you're like, I know where that piece is, and then the storm shifts it, and you're like, and it got buried on top of that. And we don't have the excavator in this one. So this is going to be fun. Yep. So, but that is my number 64, Forbidden Desert.
My number 64 is new to the list. Another Dammit Dom game to the list. I just recently got this for Christmas. This is a cooperative deduction game. Almost innocent, so it is a crossover with Dammit Dom here. I love everything about this game. It's fantastic. I need to get my wife to play this one. We just haven't got a chance yet. But because I think she would like it, because she really loves deduction games. And the way this one works is you have the information to the person on your left, and you're trying to give them that information, but the information that you're giving to that person, you're also giving information to the other person at the table, or all of the group at the table. It's like, oh, if their thing is in there, then my thing's not in there. My thing's probably over here. And so I like everything about it. So
that's a really cool part of that game.
Yeah, and so I really do enjoy Almost Innocent. It is a fantastic deductive game.
My number 63 is a small little press your luck game with some tokens and some cards. And this has a mechanism that has been used in a lot of other games. In fact, one that we just played recently, where you are either taking the card and everything on it or adding a token to it to pass it along to the next person. This is No Thanks. And thanks. Really like this game. I know you don't like it. I adore this game. I like how it's just so simple. The numbers are 3 through 35, 32 cards. You discard a few of them at the beginning of the game, so that's 9. Cool. You discard 9 of them. Cards. Yep. And you all start with like 11 tokens. You simply add a token or play it out and grab the card with all the tokens on it. Really good. The numbers that's on the cards, how many points you want. You want a lowest score. You want golf. And then, you just keep doing it. And, man, I like No Thanks just so much. It's one of my best, little filler, play the game. I know some people don't like it as much. Lasco uses a similar mechanism. We played Empire's End, similar mechanism, trying to divert the disasters. I just think it's really cool. But, No Thanks, brilliant game, my number 63.
I agree with you on this one, Danny.
You do?
Because I love sticking my brother with the 33 card.
Yeah, exactly. I like how nobody likes it, but the thing is, if you have the 32, it's not really that bad to take it. But nobody else wants it. You're still dumping tokens on it, seeing
exactly
to the point where they're like, man, it's worth it just to mess you over.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's so cool.
It's just a whole, like Masmos was saying, it's just a whole lot of meh for me.
Yeah, that's fine.
6-player game of that is awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Because everybody's like, do I take it now or do I wait and let it go around?
Right. It's so good.
So, my number 63 is a game that is out of print. It's a Days of Wonder game. It was supposed to come back into print and never did. I happened to pick it up off of Triune.
Oh, good.
Actually, I think it's coming back to print.
Well, hopefully.
I did see something like Bruno Catala's playtesting something.
Okay. So this is Shadows over Camelot. I prefer it as a cooperative game because it is hard enough as is. You don't need a trader. I've played the trader version. I've been the trader. You can ask these two guys what happens when I'm the trader.
It's really hard. Especially with this guy.
Yep.
And I was throwing away all the really bad cards. So,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I saw something recently, just like on a throwaway post, that Bruno Cathala is showcasing something that's along the Shadows of Camelot line.
Cool.
so that's cool. I mean, I hope they do because I enjoyed the game. Like,
I like it a lot.
yeah, because it makes you think like, okay, we can't let this get up too much, but we have to also do these other things to be able to get our swords so that we can win the game.
Yep.
And then of course there's cards in there that it's cool. It's like if you're the trader, there was one card that I was hanging on to just in case before I got to the third, because I wanted by getting all the catapults out there that would flip a sword from white to black.
That's fun.
So, but in the cooperative game, and like I said, it's hard enough as it is. You don't need a trader to play it. And when I play it with my family, they all enjoy it as a co-op. So, and it can still run 2 hours just to try, just to get to that point where you're like, okay, finally we have enough swords to win. So that is number 63, Shadows over Camelot.
All right, my number 63 is a space-based Machikoro-esque game. And probably, I think, from everything I've seen in here, probably one of my favorite ones of this one. It's relatively new, and it's relatively new to my list. This is Bad Company. Your interest on every turn, you're growing your bad guys very long. It's kind of funny when that happens, because you got this itty-bitty short guy, and then all of a sudden you got this dude who's like 6'7". Yeah, and you're rolling dice, you're triggering their powers, you're playing... a couple games you're trying to run away from the cops, because if the cops pass you, it's negative points at the end of the game. You're also doing that little race, because that also was one of the triggers for the end game. If someone ever makes it to the end, it triggers the end game. You're trying to get as many points as you can from doing a lot of successful heists, and you're basically trying to get tokens to allow you to get successes, to successfully get the loot from certain heists. And it's a fantastic little game. I like everything about it, and it feels like it's going to be a long game, and it's relatively quick. I played all new players, 4-player game of this. We played it after the teach, about 45 minutes to an hour. The teach took nearly 30 minutes because of all the little nuances that you have to do, but other than that, it's a fantastic game. Bad Company. Number 63.
Okay. My number 62 is brand new to this list. I talked about Czar earlier. Well, this is the other game that I play that ends with ARR, and this is a new game from Pandasaurus, which you guys know what I'm talking about.
It's a crossover.
This is Kanar. I love Kanar. So good. I know you're not supposed to pronounce the K, but I do anyway because of how much I like the game. This is a Viking-themed game. It's a splendor killer in a lot of people's eyes. I mean, a lot of games are splendor killers in most people's eyes. But I like how the card that you play determines all the actions you get to take, determines what kind of symbols you get to work with, determines what card you then get to pick from. I like all of that. And the more you build your engine, the better and better it gets. But then you also eventually have to spend that engine in order to get the cards for the most points. It's really cool. There's that tipping point. I talk a lot about that tipping point where, like in Dominion, for example, when do you stop buying better actions and when do you start going for just victory points? What are you looking at me like that for? Yes, I'm making that comparison because that has that in NAR. That I can keep playing cards as actions, but eventually I'm going to have to flip it and I'm going to have to start getting those ship cards that'll let me get the big points by expending the... Put that lightsaber down. I don't understand what you're doing here. NAR, I love it, 62.
There you go. You don't have to do that, Danny. I know, because I've won the game without doing that.
Right. That's true, you don't. But there is that point where you're like, unless you get it really, really efficient, right? Like, you could still be like, oh man, do I want to tip it over and start getting like those bigger points and getting these bonuses for spending the tokens? It has a really neat balance, and I really like it. Have a good night, Masmos.
Alright, so my number 62 is actually my highest rated of the Shin Phillips games.
It's still in the West Kingdom, isn't it? Unless it's one of the newer ones.
No, actually, it's not in the West Kingdom.
Oh,
is it one of the newer ones?
Is it Raiders?
It is Raiders.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I knew it.
I haven't played the South Tigers ones.
I thought you liked Ezra and Nehemiah, though.
That one, if I play it more, I guarantee we'll go buy these quickly. I really do like Ezra Nehemiah. That was what I said. For right now, this is the top is Raiders of the North Sea. It's simple. You put a worker down, pick a worker up. You can't pick the same worker up that you put down.
Makes me think of that Saturday Night Live meme.
So, I mean, you take the action on both sides, and you...
You don't know that meme, the muscle heads? You put it down, pick it up, put it down, pick it up.
I put things down, I pick them up.
Yeah.
I put things down, I pick them up. If you've never seen it, you need to look at it.
I didn't look at it because that's beyond me.
He knew what I was talking about.
Yeah. So I couldn't stop laughing. But with this, you take the actions, you build your crew, you go raiding. Raiders of Scythia without the expansions, Raiders of Scythia is actually the better of the games because it incorporates some of the expansion stuff into it. Mm-hmm. But with the expansions, Raiders of the North Sea is by far the superior game. I own them both. I like them both. This is one I like a lot more. So that is my number 62, Raiders of the North Sea.
My number 62, we actually reviewed. We enjoyed the mess out of this. And Dammit Dom ended up with the game. This is Detective City of Angels.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I really did dig this one. It's a fun deduction game. I like the fact that one person is basically running the board, the chisel. And what I like about it, too, is that it tells you, you have a chance to win the game when you're playing the chisel, but make it fun for the rest of the group. And I like that aspect is like you can run the game, and you could win. It's fine, but make it fun for everybody. And I like that aspect. They even recommend, like, if you've played this scenario before, be the chisel for the new players. This way, because you know how this is going to end anyways. I love the scenarios on it. I like the production value of this. It is a fantastic one versus many, but there is a strictly straight-up co-op mode in the base game built in. So it's fun. I like a lot of it. Detective City of Angels from Van Ryder Games.
All right, my number 61 is probably the lightest game out of all of my top 100. It is an incredibly simple game. In fact, we interviewed the designer not too long ago, so check out that interview. This is Happy Salmon. This goes over every single time. Every group I play it with, it's so dumb and so... What are you shaking your head for? You don't like Happy Salmon?
No.
Oh, I love... I like this game so much to the point where I after that interview, I told one of my coworkers about it. And as our students, because I'm a teacher, as our students walk in, he taught, like, there's a bunch of greetings. So you could do a high five, you could do an elbow bump, you could do, whatever, right? A handshake. And he added the Happy Salmon to his list. So now the students are going wild, because, they're like, sir, give me the Happy Salmon. And so, we're, walking around and, going like this, with the... It's just one of the funniest things. And it's become
to the
meme.
point that the interview with Ken Grohl, as you were mentioning, went live today, which is March 10th.
Yeah, so check it out. I mean, Mario Day.
Yeah,
it's a great, silly little game. I get why some people don't like it, but when we played the 12-player version in the middle of a convention and everyone stopped, it's one of our most memorable moments. So I love it. Happy Salmon, number 61.
So my number 61 is my favorite of the Eric Lang games. Which one do you think it is?
Out of the Eric Lang, the trilogy,
Yeah,
I'm going to say it's Rising Sun.
It is Rising Sun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't even have to think about it.
Yeah,
it's Rising Sun.
Well, there's a lot of Eric Lang games. I'm talking about, are you talking the trilogy, the historical trilogy?
Yeah.
Rising Sun.
It is Rising Sun.
Yep.
It's area majority.
Because technically Marvel United is a Eric Lang game.
Yeah.
I knew his was Rising Sun, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. You were correct in that.
What are we arguing about? I don't understand.
Well, he said Eric Lang game. I'm like, hold on, clarify. Is it from the trilogy?
Yeah. No.
So Rising Sun is fantastical Japan. It is, mythological Japan, I guess would be the best way to put it. Each clan plays differently. How you use them is basically going to determine if you can win, how you're going to win the game. You get victory points for just about everything that you do. You can buy cards that'll give you victory points. You can just play spots on the board that will give you victory points as you go. You're going to get, because it is area majority, and the reason why I say it's not area control and it's area majority, if you're allied with somebody, you cannot defeat them in your area. So therefore, you have the majority, you win that. You gain the token for that battle. You do set collection with tokens. You gain points. What's really cool is the battle mechanic. You sit down behind your screen and you pay with coins, and you're bidding on it. But
there's so many, like, there's different blind bids too.
Yeah,
so you have like seven different sections that you're bidding on. Yeah.
Yeah, and so not only that, you're bidding on every battle you're in. So the first battle you're in, if you use all your coins, you have nothing for the next battle you're in. But the other cool thing is, if you win the battle, your spoils go to the losers, so they can do better in the next battle.
Mm-hmm.
So and the four things are, what are they? They're
I know there's Higher Ronin is one of them.
Yeah, Higher Ronin.
Simpuku for the second one.
And then Assassinate.
Assassinate was one of them. And I forget what the other one is.
So, and then the last one is he who writes the story gets the most points. It doesn't matter if you win or not, but if you're the guy writing the story, you're going to gain points for that. So
that's fun.
Yeah, it's really cool because it gives you a lot of choices. It's like, oh, I only have one person in here. Maybe I've been on Spooku. But Daniel may go, I know what he's going to do. I'm not going to I'm going to take that action from him.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of double think in the game. It's like, I know what you're going to do, but I know what you're going to do, so what am I going to actually do?
Yeah.
In that. So that is my number 61, Rising Sun.
My number 61 is somewhat historical too. But this one is a Dammit Dom game, and that's the second one on this specific list. In this little section I have here, this 10 section, because originally it was Almost Innocent, and this one is a really overpacked Devere game, and this is Red Cathedral. To the point where you can't even put the expansion in the base box, which I like to do in all the stuff. It's like, come on, people, give us a regular size box if you're going to put this much stuff in it. Yep. But I do like Red Cathedral. It is a fun little dice rondelle game with a lot of choices about building the cathedral up. I like everything about it. Red Cathedral.
It's also a crossover.
Yeah, that is also a crossover.
You guys went with historical. I'm going geographical. My number 60 is one of my favorite games I used to play with my dad before he passed away about 5 years ago. This is basically Racco with a map. This is 10 Days in the USA. This too. Yeah, it shouldn't be as fun as it is. It really shouldn't.
The op version of this is really nice.
Yeah, the op version is really nice. Yeah, really. I mean, you each have a rack of 10 spots. You have to go from spot 1 to 10, and they all have to be either geographically adjacent or have a car in between two, or have... Huh?
Mention the name.
10 Days in the USA, I said that.
Did he?
No, you didn't.
No, you
10
didn't.
Days in USA.
I knew what you were talking about.
Yeah,
you never said it. You
USA.
never said it.
Comment down below whether Danny is right or wrong, but I'm pretty sure I said it. 10 Days in the USA, yeah, and so what you're trying to do is you're trying to make a full path, a road trip from day 1 to day 10. Ooh, I should use this to plan my trip tomorrow.
That's basically what you're doing.
That's basically what I'm doing, yeah. Or you could take planes from similar colored states to another. They made a whole bunch of other versions of it. They made like 10 Days in the Africas, 10 Days in the Americas,
Japan,
10 Days
right?
in Europe. Yeah, all of the different versions. I don't know if they made it in Japan. I think they stuck to at least continents or general areas. I think they might have made 10 Days in Asia. Or
something like that, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I really enjoy this game. Works really well. Number 60, 10 Days in the USA.
You finally said the name.
Yep. So my number 60 is in the middle of my run of Japanese themed games, but it's also geographical.
Mm-hmm.
I know you didn't play it. You did play it.
Oh, I know.
Game Head Geek went out and bought it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know which one this one is now.
It is good I didn't play it.
It's literally 10 Days in the USA to say it. You're planning a trip.
Yeah, this is Let's Go to Japan.
I have played it. I've since bought it, and I've played it, and it's awesome. I agree with it.
Yeah, so you're planning your trip to Japan. It is basically planning a vacation.
Yep.
And you're trying to group things together that you want to do, but you're also going between Tokyo and
Kyoto.
And you have to have train tokens to be able to do that. But you may not have enough at the end of the game to do all that, so you'll gain negative points for that. But the more objects you have, or like things you have on your days, the better points you score. It's just fun. If you have I have the really nice version where you actually have the ceramic bowls.
That's cool.
You don't need them, but it is cool.
It is cool, yeah.
And all the wooden tokens, I suggest if you can get the upgraded bits, get the upgraded bits. They 100% make all the difference in the world. So that is, plan your vacation. And that's my number 60. Let's go to Japan.
I agree with every other reviewer. I hope they make a Let's Go to blank country.
Yeah. Well, I love the story behind Let's Go to Japan, because he originally made the game because he was supposed to be going to Japan. The pandemic hit, so he made a board game based on what he was planning on doing.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really cool. So my number 60, I think, is a crossover. I think it was on your list. Never made my list beforehand because I never played a physical version of this game. And this is a solo-only game. My favorite of this series, Onirim.
Yep.
It's a great solo game. It has some really interesting art in this one. It had such a fantastic app. That's why I was very resistant on playing a physical copy of the game, because the app was so well done. I finally got a copy. I think it was because of you on one of our Secret Santas. I enjoyed the mess out of it, and I love the extra scenarios you can get in there, the expansions that you can add, basic modules that you just add to the solo experience. You can play it 2 players, which is fine. I really like it solo. It's one of the things I like most about solos. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Final Girl, but the teardown is a little bit much. This one is like, here's my cards, shuffle them up, play. Shuffle them up, play. It's that simple. The setup and teardown is real simple. And that's what you want for a solo game. So my number 60, Onirim.
Okay. My number 59 is one of the higher ranked Legacy games. In fact, this is the second highest ranked Legacy game I have on my list. Listen to the later episodes, you'll know exactly the other one. But this one, we played it together, we all played it together amongst 2 other players. And this was just, it had so many ongoing memes throughout it.
Ooga chaka. Ooga
chaka. That's right. This is Betrayal Legacy. This was originally my number 17 and then 21 before that. And it's dropped because I haven't played it, right? You know, we haven't played it since you lived at your previous location.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the best parts about it is that part of the component, in Legacy games, you're expected to destroy certain components. You burned one of our components in your fireplace, right? Yeah. As a ceremonial, we are destroying this
Set off
piece.
my fire alarms.
Did it really?
Yeah.
It's awesome. Yeah, no, it was so good. But Betrayal Legacy, this is the best example of Legacy, like, in far as storytelling and how your decisions really do matter, and it plays out in the storyline in a great way. I like it a lot. So Betrayal Legacy.
Nice. So my number 59 is my go-to 3-player game. It is also Japanese themed. It's the last one of these. And it is actually best at 3 players.
A Japanese theme, best at 3. I'm drawing a blank on this one.
This is Saikatsu.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You really should only play it with 3 players.
Have I played this one?
I think you have played Saikatsu. But this is an older game. When I say older, it's 27. It is old shop. So
Saikatsu. T what?
Seikatsu.
Okay. Sure. No, I don't think I've ever played it.
You start with 2 tokens in your hand. You're placing them on, and it's a perspective game. So you're from your lantern across the board is going to be your way of scoring. From the other person's lantern across the board is going to be their way of scoring, and the same thing for the third person. So what you're doing is there's a 5-row, there's a 2 4-rows, 3. Oh wait, sorry, it's 1 7. There we go. It's 1 7, 2 6s, 2 5s and 2 4s, I think. You're playing a tile out. It's got a bird on it, but that bird also has a ring around it that of a different type of flowers. Mm-hmm. You play it out. So you score in the beginning by grouping your birds together.
Okay.
So if you have 3 cardinals, you're going to get 3 points for that.
Gotcha.
Koi pawns are wilds. So if you add a koi pawn to it, and the thing is it's not just your birds. So if somebody else adds...
wow. Yeah, I think I remember this one.
So if somebody else adds a cardinal to that group,
yeah,
they get 4 points for it. But,
yeah, wow.
But you score big points at the end of the game based on your perspective of how many of the same type of vegetation you have along that line.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I remember this. I think
it's an older game. Like it's like 2017, 2016.
I like how we say 2017, 2016 is an older game.
But it is
not
now.
even 10 years.
But it is now. I mean,
no, yeah, but it's not even 10 years old.
2017, yeah. Wow, Saikatsu, you really do like that one.
Yeah, no, it's fun. It's when you have 3 people, it's easy. Just boom, you play. And most of the time, it's played like 2 or 3 times before.
Yeah.
You know, like beginning of a game day or whatever. Oh, we only got 3 people to start with. Oh, we'll just throw it on the table, play a couple rounds. Next person shows up, pull it off the table, start the next game.
Gotcha.
Because it's like 20, 30 minutes, as long as you're not playing with my brother.
Awkward.
He takes forever deciding where he's going to put his piece. But
yep.
Yeah. So that is my number 59, Saikatsu.
All right, my number 59, I just was realizing I'm having a run of new games from number 60 to number 56 is a run of new games. This one is already been mentioned by Dammit Dom right over here. We mentioned the fact that we couldn't kill his car with our helicopters. This is Thunder Road Vendetta. And as you said, just plain fun. This is a fantastic Mad Max in a box game. I have everything now because I got everything from the most recent Kickstarter from Restoration Games. When we talk about our top 8 debates or we talk about our board game breakdown or brainstorms, when we're talking about memorable moments, this is chock full of them. This is a fantastic game. Thunder Road Vendetta, everything you said, I agree with. My number 59.
Cool. Jumping down to my number 58 is whenever I have a series of games, I normally I pick the best of them and I rank that one. This is one of the ones where it's unique enough where I've had both of them in my collection and described as on my list as well. This is Azul Summer Pavilion. This is the third in the series of games now of Pentalogy now. 5 different games, and this is the third of them, and I really like the rhombuses.
Oh yeah, it is 5 because Duel.
Because Duel is the 5th one, which I just got, by the way.
Nice.
So I'm excited for that. But yeah, I like it a lot. This is my second favorite one in the series, so stay tuned. I might be bringing that up later.
So, my number 58 is a game that Daniel taught me.
Don't blame me for this.
Oh, no, I wanted this game, but I will blame you for it anyway. I know you know which one it is.
But I taught you a lot of games, so I'm trying to figure out.
No, this one you specifically sat down and taught me, we're going to play this game. It is a living card game.
Yeah. It's a good one.
Yeah.
This is a good one.
So this is Arkham Horror.
This is my repayment for frickin' Marvel Champions, all right?
Yeah. That's fair. I mean, Gamehead Geek still hasn't found a way to repay me for that one. And Danny doesn't like comic books, so it doesn't really matter.
Danny doesn't like good games with great art, yeah.
So, excuse me. Parks is on this list. Aquatic is on this list.
That's true. So this is Arkham Horror, the card game. I believe it's already been on your list.
Yeah, it was. It was earlier. Yep.
Early. So this game, I mean, it's a campaign game. Technically, it's
later, but
yeah, it's already been filmed. It's a campaign game. You play through the story. And how you end the segment of the campaign that segment of the campaign affects the next portion of the campaign a little bit. So it's got that interesting push and pull that you like to talk about, where it's like, I can recruit this person, or I can beat them up. But I want to recruit them, and then you recruit them, and then you find out, at the end of the round, like, that was a good move on my part for recruiting them, because they helped me with this final monster.
Yep.
So, the investigators just being able to customize your deck. The only disappointment for me is when you get the expansions, the investigator expansions specifically.
They don't come with their own sets of cards. Yep.
Yeah, they don't come pre-built, which is one of the greatest things about Marvel Champions, is that it comes with a pre-built deck, and I think that was a big miss on Fantasy Flights. But other than that, that's part of the reason why it is ranked this low.
No, I agree with you. That's why Marvel Champions is higher on my other list too.
So yeah, that is Arkham Horror, the card game. My number 58.
My number 58, again, new to the list. I had this in my pile of shame for a while, and I've been wanting to get played. I was very hesitant because I wasn't a big fan of its predecessor, which is supposed to be the more streamlined game, otherwise known as Mobile Markets. But when I got this one to the table, I am so glad I own this one. This is Smartphone Inc. So many good choices, so many fantastic gameplay, where it's like, I'm doing over here and I'm doing all this. Don't you come over here, Dom. You stay over there in Africa. That is your spot. I have Asia.
Boom.
Go pick on Danny over there in the Americas, all right? Leave me alone.
I will pick on both of you.
So I loved everything about this game. And the thing is, one of the few games where I would like to play this with more people. Most of the time, I don't want to play at full contingent. This holds up to 5. Normally, when a game holds up to 5, I don't want to play at that point. This one, I kind of want to play at 5 and see how it feels, because a lot of the world was kind of closed off to us because we were playing such shorthanded. So I want to play it with 4 players. I want to play it with 5 players. I want to see what it does with more people. But no, I loved everything about this game. Again, like I said, it's a lot of good choices to make in this game. So my number 58, Smartphone Inc.
Cool. My number 57 is new to this list, and only technically so because the newest version now jumped its way on the list ever since you showed, or Game Ed Geek showed us this version of Pokemon Splendor. It just surpassed Pokemon and every other version of Splendor I've ever played. I love this one. We already talked a little bit about it. We're talking about Splendor. Pokemon Splendor is the definitive, the best version. I get why you like Marvel. That was my least favorite out of all 4 of them. Pokemon, though, just ramped it up in such a silly way. I loved it. So, Pokemon Splendor.
So, my number 57, I don't think either of you guys know I actually own this game. It is a solo game.
Oh, Nyram?
Nope.
You own a solo game?
I own a couple solo games.
He owns a solo
game. Well, I know you own
But this is one that
you actually play and is on your 100?
Yeah, I actually play it. It's on my 100. It's my lunchtime game. This is Kinfire Dove, Kalis' Lab.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Didn't you just buy it on a recent trip, though?
No, that was Gamehead Geek and me.
No.
Oh, wow.
I've actually had this since...
Because I praised it pretty well for the other guys. Like, I have one of them, and I praised it. I was like, wow, this is really cool. You guys should try this. And then
I do like it, yeah.
November or something.
Yeah.
I found it on a... I needed something to boost up one of my shippings, so I was like...
I don't remember which one I have. I think I have Scalus Lab.
I have the Grotto one, I think.
That's the first one, and that's why I want to get all of them, because I really do like how they play.
Yeah, they're really neat.
It's you start out with this giant deck of cards, and you're like, "There's no way I'm getting through this."
Yep.
And
you start
then
dumping them,
and you just all of a sudden start. It's like, oh, get rid of 12 cards. You successful on this? Get rid of 12 cards.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of cool. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, well, that's a little smaller. Okay, then I defeat this one, and because I defeated it, it goes off to the side over here, and it doesn't go into this card pile. Because some things like, okay, you messed up, it'll bring back stuff.
Yep.
You go back up levels. So, I mean, I haven't played it. It's not a solo-only game. It does play 2 to 4 players, actually.
If you have multiple decks, you can do 4.
I played this at 2 initially, and me and my son both really liked it.
I like it solo. I haven't played it at 2 yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, I haven't played it 2 yet, but yeah, I really like it solo. It's lunchtime game. Yeah, it stretches that lunchtime just a little bit.
A little bit.
But, I mean, you roll the dice, you look, you go, okay, glad I mitigated that one. Or there's times you're like, oh, I just spent half my deck, or half my hand, just to make sure that I was going to be able to get this done. And then I roll, of course, 3 of the symbols I need.
Yep.
But if I hadn't spent it, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I won't get that. So that is my number 57, Kenfire Delve. Callus's Lab, because that's the one I happen to own. It will probably in the future just be Kenfire Delve.
My number 57 is new to the list, but it has been ranked before. Last time it would have been 192. Didn't make the list, but I do love it, and I got to play it more. And it's because of another game that made me play this one more, and I like this because of so simplicity of the mechanism of it. And I want more games to do this mechanism. One other game does this mechanism, and that is Meadow. But this is the one I like more, and this is Quadropolis. I really do think this is one of the most underrated Days of Wonders game, because you don't really hear much love for it. It has a really underused mechanism, as I said, where you're picking something based on the token that you're using. And if I put a 2 and I point it here, I'm going 2 deep here and grabbing that tile and placing it on my board.
Yep.
I like everything about it. When there's an art tech that can block certain spots, it's really neat. Fantastic Days of Wonders production. I wish people talked about this one more, because it is such
it had an expansion.
Yeah,
too.
it's such a fantastic game. And promos and stuff like that.
Yep.
I picked up the winter promos, so I'm looking to get this to the table more, but I do thoroughly enjoy this one. Quadropolis, my number 57.
I do like the game, but it's well outside my top 100.
Yeah.
But I collect Days of Wonder games, so.
Yeah, that's right. There's a reason you like them.
Yeah.
There's crossover. Going down to another crossover with Daniel here. Living Forest is my number 56. New to the list. God, Living Forest is good, man.
It's so underrated, really.
It uses the basic Mystic Veil mechanisms, right? It's not card crafting, but it uses that basic idea.
Mm-hmm.
You're pressing a certain amount. But each of the different little symbols, it's not just like you're trying to get a certain thing to feel like a Splendor card, right? It has its own little mini game for each of those symbols. So you're trying to either do one action or do another action. And so what you're going to do is you're going to do 2 actions on your turn based on how many you have of each of the symbols. But if you bust, then you only do 1 of the 2. So it's not totally bad. It's like, oh man, I pushed too hard. I'm exhausted. I can only do 1 of the 2. And it works really well. I like it a lot. Living Forest, I need to play it more because I just got the expansion. So now I want to...
Did you get the Kodama expansion?
Yeah.
Nice.
As I said, I need to play it.
Yeah,
it's good. I
it's
like
good.
it.
I think you'll be impressed.
I'm missing a tile out of mine, but it's fine.
Yeah. So my number 56, I don't think it's been mentioned yet. I don't think it will be.
We'll tell you.
But it is a tile laying game.
Probably on his list.
Well, but I don't think he has it in as high regard as I do. I think it's probably in his top 200 or so.
Maybe.
It's an older game. I happen to have the big box of it.
That's never limited it down for me. I think I know which one it is now. If it's an older game in a big box,
Yeah.
it's Alhambra, right?
It's Alhambra, yeah.
Yeah, it's not on my list.
I figure it's probably
it's
your
not
top.
terrible though. I like Alhambra quite a bit.
So in the game, it's hand management and tile laying.
Yeah.
This game breaks my brain every time I play it, just because of the different coins.
Yeah.
Well, you have to play the workers in their native coins. So. But the thing is you don't get change.
Nope.
But every time you pay exactly, you can take another buy action.
Yep.
Which is great. And the game ends when the tile bag runs out. So you can go, okay, well, I can do this 3 times because my hand is set up perfectly for it.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and on the 4th one, I buy the 4th tile, and I don't have to worry about it.
Yep.
And then I've got to draw back up.
Yep.
And the cool thing is, too, is that you see the cards out there. I can take 1 big card, or I can take 2 of the smaller cards. It's like, they can add up to, what, 4? Mm-hmm. If I recall right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter that they don't have to be the same color. I can take 1 green card, 1 gold card.
Mm-hmm.
One's 1, one's 3. Pull those 2. Those are mine.
Yep.
But
5 or more, you can only take the 1.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and then you simply score based on when the cards come up the scoring cards come up in the deck.
Yep.
Which is one of those things. It's like, okay,
Spiel winner too.
Yeah, you're like, do
It's his least favorite Spiel winner.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
So, but I like, and the fact it's also a historical game. You're building the Alhambra that's in Spain.
Yeah.
In Granada, Spain. So that is my
Good
number
choice.
56, Alhambra.
My number 56, somewhat historic. There's historic stuff in this one. It has already been on someone else's list in the past recordings. This is an Arcane Wonders game brought over from Brazil. This is World Wonders. It's a polynomial tile placement game with great pieces in a great puzzle. I think Gamehead Geek was the one that put it on his list. I do enjoy everything about it. Again, new to my list. Those pieces, though, those wooden monuments are fantastic, and the fact that they gave me an expansion with just more monuments makes it even so much better. I even have the Dice Tower promo for this game because it gives me a little dice tower to put in my tableau, so I do enjoy this one a lot. Number 56, World Wonder.
All right, my number 55. We always talk about games being combo-tastic and how satisfying that feels. This one is made by Phil Walker Harding. It's probably the most combo-tastic game he's made, with a beautiful marble dispenser as well. This is Gizmos. I like it a lot. Beautiful designs. You pick a single action, which will normally let you either get a marble or activate or buy a building, which if you do that, which might let you get another marble, which might let you get a blind marble, which might let you save like other things or archive certain ones. It's super combo-tastic. I love it. Gizmos, check it out.
This one I highly recommend playing with a higher player count. It doesn't cycle as much in a two-player game.
Sure. Yeah.
So my number 55 is one that everybody thought would actually be in the top 50, probably the top 20 or the top 10. It's been mentioned already as something somebody would rather play.
Oh. Okay.
As a long game.
So
So this is Twilight Imperium 4th Edition.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It is.
I am surprised by that.
I think it got stuck behind a few things, and that
few
was
things. It's at 55, so it got stuck behind 54 things.
Right.
So, and I can see this one, especially playing it more, jumping back up.
Honestly, I could also see this moving more down as you play more Last Light.
I don't think so, because I do like this better than Last Light. What I like about Last Light is it's quick, but what I like about this is that you have so many more choices.
That's true too.
You're drafting the tile, and then everybody gets that action. You get the better action, and everybody else gets that minor action, and I like that part of it. But then again, the other thing I like is that you decide how you're going to break up your actions at the beginning of the round. You can go like, oh, I want a lot more actions, or I want more ships, or I want more, and that part I really like, because that's that whole like, well, I know what the point scoring is and what I need to get for it, but to do it this time, then I have to go less than this, but that means if Daniel gets frisky and decides to come over, I have less ships to be able to
I don't
deal
get frisky with you. No. That's you and Gamehead Geek, all right? Those are you two.
Whoa, that's
And then this guy, too. He get frisky with you a lot. I try to go play in my little corner.
So it is one of those games where somebody's like, oh, that's what you're doing? No, you're not getting that point. Not this round.
Stay out of my corner of the sandbox. We're good, all right?
So... but I mean, I do enjoy it, and it is between 5 and 8 hours, but it is fun, and it's a fun game to just make all day because you don't feel like you've been playing that long.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you look up and you're like, oh wow,
It's been 4 hours. What the heck?
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not like, and it didn't feel like it had been 4 hours. It felt like you're like, oh yeah, we're taking quick turns. It's only been like an hour. Nope. Oh, okay. Oh well, let's keep going.
Yep.
So that is my number 55, Twilight Imperium, 4th edition.
My number 55, I think, was on others' list. I don't remember. It was originally, when we did our first one, it was 26. It dropped out last time. It went all the way down to 172. Now it's back to 55. And that's just because it's gotten played a little bit more. It is one of my favorite Halloween games. This is Mysterium.
Ooh, yeah.
It is perfect for spooky season, in all honesty. I love the art on this one. I like the fact that one person is the ghost, basically, and giving clues using the Dixit-style cards to clue the what is it, the psychics into who murdered them 100 years ago or something like that. And so you have to find the murder weapon, then you have to find the location, you have to find the person, and then when it all comes down to it at the very end, you find out who it truly was. So you either win by picking the right combo or you don't. And I like everything about that one. Mysterium, fantastic game. My number 55.
I like the fact that when you're playing the ghost and you choose a card specifically for something on there, and the person chooses it for exactly the opposite reason, but it's the exact right thing.
My personal favorite thing is when we're playing it and people are like, oh, this is yellow and that's yellow or this and that. And it's like, why are you making clues for a colorblind person? This shares red, this shares red.
We didn't base it on that, I promise.
No, my favorite was you, and it's like, red. You're like, I picked this because the background was red. It's like, the spikes were what the actual thing was about, and you picked it just because it matched. I was like, what?
I played with enough people who give me clues based on colors for some god-awful reason. Number 54.
Number 54. You guys ever play a game from a designer who's like well established? And you're like, yeah, you like a lot of their stuff. They do this, but then they make a game that's completely different than everything else that they've ever made. This is my version of that. This is Siege of Rundar from Reiner Knizia. I
thought
this
this was
game.
going to be on your list.
Oh yeah, no, I adore this game, but it's so different than every other Knizia game that I've ever played. I don't like his more grandiose games are like Samurai and Through the Desert. It's like, it's really not that grandiose, right? And he's made a couple that are a little bit bigger, but this one is a tower defense with dice combat, with like deck building, with upgrades and resource management and cooperative. It's a whole different wheelhouse. It's like he wanted to, like he was working on this passion project for all these years while he was just making do with the small card games, you know. Like that's how he survives, but he was really working on this passion project. I like Siege of Rundar a lot. I don't hear enough people talking about it, honestly, but I think it's a fantastic game.
It's because it's a Knizia game. No one likes Knizia.
Right, exactly. Underrated. Really. You should check out a Knizia game from time to time. That's my number 54, Siege of Rundar.
So my number 54 is a new game to the list, and it is my favorite out of this series. Daniel already mentioned one of them.
Did I?
Yep. This is Tidal Blades 2, Rise of the Unfolder.
Yeah.
So yes, it jumped up that far off the plays we've had so far. I like what this does. I like the biggest thing I like is that grid and the mechanism of, if I play my cards right, I can have 2 big turns in a row.
Yep.
And at that point, it's just like, ooh, da, boom, and we're gonna survive, guys.
You can't mention stuff that I mentioned 2 papers ago, all right?
Like, you're fine. You can remember.
What did I mention right now?
Where am I again? It's been such a long list.
So it is a campaign game, but the combat system is very cool, and we reached the point where we're now going to get to go back to the city. It is a game that I choose every time.
Yeah.
Yep. We've been going through the campaign. Yep.
Yeah. I've decided I'm going through this campaign, and I like it. And I like the fact that your characters become different as you go through. Like, you gain bonus cards, you gain things like this in your deck, and you do have to make choices. If you don't have enough to hold those power cards, you can only have 2 or 3 in your deck, and at that point, you have to pull one out, and you have to make that choice, that agonizing choice at the beginning of the game. Which one don't I want? And you don't have a lot of information to make that choice off of. And you're like, okay, fine, whatever. I'll get rid of this one. And, of course, that's the one card you need.
Of course.
So, but that is Tidal Blades 2, Rise of the Unfolders. That is my number 54.
All right, my number 54 has been on the list 2 other times. It originally came in at 9, dropped to 21, and is now dropping to 54. And it's another one of those because of the lack of plays, but I still do like this game a lot. It is a pick up and deliver game in the Star Wars world universe, Star Wars Outer Rim. It's somewhat sandboxy. I like it. I haven't played the expansion yet, but I want to try it. My wife likes playing the droids, and one of her goals was to get all the droids, so she went and beat up one of my buddies and to take his droid and put it on her ship. And the poor guy kept getting knocked over and over again because the Empire just flew right into him, so he had to fight them off too. So it's just a fun little game, some good memorable moments. I like everything about it. Star Wars game in a box, in a sense. Star Wars Outer Rim.
My number 53, we're in the final stretch. 53 is a Tasty Minstrel game that I haven't heard anything about them reprinting or anything. This is a very hidden gem.
I think I know what it
this
is.
game. Do you want to take a guess?
Crusaders Thy Will Be Done?
No.
Oh, wow.
That was reprinted.
That was reprinted.
Oh, that was.
Yeah,
That's right.
by
Renegade got it, yeah.
And Crusaders is awesome. But this one, it's a dice drafting game from Gilbert and Dunstan. Yeah. Does that not tell you? So you roll one more die than the number of players. The color of the dice correspond to a different disaster that you might have to pertain. The one die that's remaining.
Your son trolled us this entire
yes,
game.
He did. The one die that remains is the disaster that proceeds a little bit closer, whether it's famine, whether it's...
God, I forgot about this game.
Yeah, dude, I like this much. Pioneer Days. It's Pioneer so good.
Days. There we go. I was like... Wait, you said, and I was like,
yeah,
I can see it, and then as soon as you said it, I was like, yes, there we go.
Yes, there's something about it. I need more people to know about this game. It hit big at first, and then dropped off of everybody's radar, and now nobody knows about it, nor is reprinting it or anything like that I know of. It needs to be reprinted. It is such a brilliant game. You are just leading the Oregon Trail, basically. And this is Oregon Trail, the real game.
Trying to mitigate disasters.
Yeah, you're trying to mitigate the disasters. It could be famine. It could be repairs to your
Your son won the game because he kept trolling me and Danny.
Yes, he did. And he did it very effectively and rightfully so. He caused so many disasters. It was ridiculous.
The thing is along those lines where he's like, I mean, this would be good for me, but this screws you guys more, and it doesn't hurt me as bad. So
exactly. And he did it so well. It was such a cool game. I like it a lot. That's Pioneer Days.
So my number 53 is a drafting area control game.
Yep.
That
I already mentioned.
Huh? No.
Oh.
No,
wait, no, never mind, because you said the other one was your favorite, so yeah.
Blood Rage?
No, because the other one was already better. His favorite, Eric Lang, so...
Oh, that's right. Oh.
You expand your kingdom by a hair.
Oh!
It's punny. Very punny. Punny
Kingdom. Really?
Yeah. I really enjoyed this game because it allows you to... It's closed drafting. I know you don't like it, but...
Richard Garfield up in here.
Yeah, huh? But you get to choose. But it's like that. I need 4 cards out of this hand, but I can only take one. Which one do I take?
See, I thought this was going to be on Game Head Geeks list because he's the one that was championing this for such a long time. Yeah.
So and it's a simple game of okay, I own this, and this, and then Danny goes, "No, you don't." I have this one. I get this spot now because he took the one card you needed to connect all your stuff together.
Yeah, you do. Yep.
So
that's fun.
It is fun. It's just plain and simply, it's good fun, and you never know what cards are going to come out when they're going to come out.
This is like a forgotten Richard Garfield game. Yeah. I totally forgot about this one.
So yeah, this is
probably not in his collection.
Nope. Bunny Kingdom.
All right, my number 53 has already been mentioned. It's a crossover with number 2 over there. It is a Kennerspiel winner. It originally was at 19 last time we did this, dropped to 53, and it's the same reason for you. It just hasn't been played all that often. I want to get into more of the scenarios and play it more. It's a co-op game, Paleo. Co-op Neanderthal game in a sense. I love everything about it. It's in the Paleolithic era, historical. Because of the card play. I love the fantastic card play. Is like you kind of know what's coming up. It could be food or it could be really bad if you flip that card. So I love that aspect of it. Good choices. My number 53, Paleo.
All right, my number 52 was not the last Tasty Minstrel game of this episode today. In fact, I have one more Tasty Minstrel, and that's this one. And again, I don't know if it's going to be reprinted. I hope it does. But this was... It's not nearly as good as a lot of games, but I really enjoyed it. It's a press your luck dungeon crawl game.
Dungeon
Dungeon
it's the one
roll.
that comes. Yeah, I was gonna say the one
It
that comes
comes in the little treasure chest.
Mhm.
Yep, or the mimic, whatever. You roll out your party of dice. That's what you start with. Every round, you see if you want to go against more and more and more monsters. Eventually, the dragon might show up. You need 3 different characters in order to do that. You battle them out. The farther down you go, the more experience points you get. After 5 experience points, you get an upgrade to your character. I have every expansion, every piece for it. It all fits still in the same crate, and I even have a special edition. Like, I love this game. It has been just one of my favorite games. I admit that it's not that good.
Oh no,
You know,
I
you
would
can
pick
hold
up
it
a
for
copy of
myself.
me for myself. My wife hates this game.
Oh yeah, no. There's something about it that's just so satisfying about just that delve every turn, and it can play technically an unlimited number of players. I don't recommend that, but dungeon roll, love this game.
So my number 52 is a zombie game.
Well, that narrows it down.
Huh.
Yes.
Zombies, huh?
Zombies.
Flat hat.
Huh?
Flat hat. Okay.
No, it's not Flat Hat.
hat.
No, nor is it Simon.
Okay, now I'm lost because if
It's zombies, the one with the exclamation mark.
it's Steve
No,
Jackson, huh?
Twilight Creations. Yeah.
No. It's Gray Fox now.
Oh,
This is Run
Oh,
Yeah,
Fighter
this,
Die
is, this is a
Reloaded.
crossover with
Nice.
Gamehead Geek.
Yep, Run Fighter Die Reloaded. This game is one of those games I like the fact that you have that board, you know how many are coming,
Yep.
and not only that, somebody else can kick some more over to you and be like, "Hey, here you go, have some more."
Yep.
And then all of a sudden it's that Yahtzee style, but you hit your big special and wipe out all the zombies on your board, and everybody's going like, the game was supposed to be over. Nope, not over now. you guys better get to the town line. And then, having the cards of like the people you drag along with you, the more obnoxious they are, the more points they're worth. The more valuable they are to you, the less points they're worth. So it's this nice push and pull. Like, well, when the zombies do break through, who do I get rid of?
Danny.
Yes, you kill the wizard first.
Yeah, exactly.
Always.
But, who do I get rid of? And then you have this giant mutant zombie that comes out of nowhere, a la Left 4 Dead, and you're like, wait, what just happened? Now there's a whole new phase of the game that I have to do that. And if the giant zombie runs out of tokens, you lose the game. Doesn't matter. Everybody loses. So you're either making it into the town line or being the person that has the most points after the first survivor dies. As long as, like I said, that mutant zombie doesn't run out of tokens. So that is my number 52, Run, Fight, or Die Reloaded.
My number 52 has been on the list 3 times. It was number 20 originally, dropped to 23, now dropping to 52. And again, it's another one of the lack of plays. You and me have been talking about trying to get to the table again recently. It is a Stonemaier game, a Civilization-style game. This is Tapestry. The reason why I like this game a lot is just because of the tracks. I really love games that have a track system, and this is all about tracks on
Tracks
there.
are good. They're good.
So, has a lot of good choices on this. It's well produced. You You have very little dice rolling in this game. 2 of the tracks make you roll dice. That's about it. And sometimes it's kind of neat that you're going to get certain abilities before you really should in normal civilization worlds and stuff like that. So, like, I can invent the radio before I invent the telephone or stuff like that. It's kind of interesting how that works, but I really do dig this game. I think it's a fantastic game. It hasn't got played recently, so that's why it keeps dropping.
Yeah, makes sense.
All right, last one.
Last one of today's episode. You've been through the long haul. We appreciate you for sticking around. My last one was Siege of Rundar was not the last Reiner Knizia game of this episode.
Oh.
This one, do you guys have some guesses?
This has to be Raw.
It's not Raw.
It's not Raw because I think it was
Raw.
higher on his.
Was Raw?
Nope, Raw's not even on my list.
Really?
Yeah, I like Raw a lot, but...
So you said this is Tasty Metro or is it just Knizia?
Nope, Knizia.
Okay. Now there's like 600 games on this list.
Oh, this is Millie Fiore.
Up high. Well done. Really
I was
good.
like, wait a minute. I
Yeah.
know it.
Yep, it came out the same time as Siege of Rundar, and man, those two could not be any more different. Millie Fiore.
One is way better.
Yeah. I know you like Millie Fiore. I need to get the expansion for this, but
Yeah, Millie Fiore is like in my top 20, I think.
Yeah, it's so neat. It's
Yeah, let me check.
Ganshan Knizia, right? You know, everything you do combos to the next one. And I can't believe that a pick and pass draft one is so high, but the way it works really makes sense.
Top 40.
It took the mechanism of pick and pass drafting and it made it substantive. It had a purpose to it. But it's not so much that like I'm trying to find the best option for you. I really am just finding the best option for me, knowing a little bit about what's coming up next because the combo nature of it, you can build.
Until I start racking points and then you guys keep screwing each other over because you don't want to give me a certain card.
Yep, exactly.
It's like,
exactly.
I'm not making that decision. Here you go.
Yeah, and that's one of the funnest parts. Like if you see how good Daniel's doing, well, you take the turn before him. Here, I'll let you press him
Prisoner's
over.
dilemma.
Right. The prisoner's dilemma. Yeah, it works so well. Millie Fiore, I adore it. It is now on my top 100, number 51, barely missing out on the top 50.
So, my number 51 is my favorite of the Next Move games. This is an Azul game,
Wow.
but it is not Azul. It is Azul Sangas
I was going to say it's the stained glass one.
Yeah,
Wow.
and so it does sit in for all the Azuls except for one, and we all know which one that is.
Queens?
Yep.
Yep.
That is the only one that I bounced off hard. Like,
We all did.
yeah.
We all did.
So, but
I think Gamehead Geek was the only one that enjoyed that game.
Cool.
it's
You can
a
have
good
it.
thing you had it.
The only one I won't own.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
I did not like
that,
it. Yeah.
I did not like it. So, Azul Stangasa Centra, it introduced the Glazer, who is basically your worker.
Yep.
And you can place anywhere to the right of him. But there's also a cool thing, like when you look out there and there's nothing you really want to draft, or you're worried like, oh, I'm going to get stuck with a lot of negative points, you can just reset them.
Yep.
And be like, hey, okay, now I can draft that and it's not going to be a problem.
Yep.
And that is what is one of the coolest things about it, is it gives
Yep.
you that extra option.
That moment of pause is a huge decision. Yeah.
When you take it, can affect everything
Yes.
in the round, because everybody's going to take it at some point in that round. That's guaranteed. But when you take it and how you take it
Yep.
is the biggest thing.
Funny story, this was my least favorite before Queen's Garden came out. And not for how bad the game is. The game is fantastic. It's a good game. It's those clear pieces make it so hard for me to see what I'm drafting.
See the stamp on them with the
design.
design.
Yeah.
I can see that.
They
So-
did what they could, but yeah, they can only do so much.
Yeah, and it's so hard for me to see them. It's like, I like the game. It plays well. I like what you're saying, where you move that guy all the way and now you can make the thing. It's just like, I can't see it. And so I'm basically, what is this one again? What is this one?
Yeah.
And it makes me get AP, and I'm not trying to get AP.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that is my number 51, Azul Stingas of Centra.
All right, for my last one for this list, and basically are finishing our top 100. Again, go watch the past episodes if you want to see the rest of the top 100.
Yeah, ironically enough.
They were first. And that's because we had a big group on that one. But this one is the only flippin' right that has stayed in my list. There is a bunch of dropouts of rolling rights and
Really?
flippin' rights. It was originally 13. Last time it was 6. Drops to 51, and it's just because I haven't played it a lot because I'm cooling on Flippin' Right Games.
Yep.
And that is Cartographers from Thunderworks game. I do enjoy this game a lot. I still find it a fantastic game. I love the artistic value on this one. And it is a very calming game. You're just like, oh, this is going to go here, and I'm going to put my little red forest here, and let's do all this, and this is little designs. Yeah, no, it's fantastic. I love everything about it. It's in the Ulos universe. We were just talking about the most recent one that came out before we started recording. I love everything in the Thunderworks line so far, so yeah, I do enjoy it. It's been just sitting for a while just because I'm tired of them.
Yep.
Then hand your deal to me and let me put the monsters on it and mess you up.
I do like that aspect as well.
Yep. Cool. So that wrapped up our top 50, 76 or 75 through 51 today.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we have the other episodes uploaded on our channel, so check those out.
And be looking forward for a Gamehead Geeks episode sometime soon.
Yep, sometime soon. So, we have an email. If you ever want to contact us directly, whether it's to say what your thoughts on our episode today, just reach out and say hello or enter in future contests. Our email is everydayboardgames2020@gmail.com. Also, we have an Instagram, instagram.com/everydayboardgames, and check it out for some of the games that we've been playing and other silly little videos that we tend to make from time to time.
As well as all video re-uploads and reviews are found on youtube.com/everydayboardgames. And if you like what we do, there are 3 things you can do to help us grow on the platform. Subscribe if you're not, like the video, and comment down below and tell us your thoughts on the subject.
We also have a Twitch. We stream our episodes live. Like our friend Masmos joined us on the chat today. Follow us on this so that way you can be notified when we join on twitch.tv/everydayboardgames and join in on the conversation as we're talking about it.
As well as all audio versions can be found on most podcast platforms under Everyday Board Games Podcast. This includes Spotify, Amazon Music, Podbean, and Apple.
So I want to thank you so much for tuning in. As always, I've been your host, Daniel.
And I've been your host, Daniel.
And I'm Dammit Dom.
And we want to thank you for listening to Everyday Board Games.
And remember, every day is a good day for board gaming.